So, in the last class, we have seen how to draw the signal flow graph for the first stage in a Radix to DIT algorithm. So, similarly, we will continue for the second and third stages also. Now, for the second stage, we will need to write the second stage equations. Okay. So, in the second stage, so you are calculating the 4-point DFT. That is two times. That is one is F1 equations, other one is the F2 equations. Yeah. So therefore, what we have is you just refer to the previous equations for the stage 2. Stage 2. Okay. So we have the equations for F1 of K. So therefore, as it is a F1, okay, so we will have to write for V11 of K plus W raised to K n by 2 uh, V12 of K, and K is 0, 1, 2, 3. That is first uh, 4 values. Similarly for the F2 also. Okay. So therefore, referring to F1 and F2 equations. Okay. So I will list all the equations relevant to the first part, that is F1. That is F1. So therefore, I have to compute this for 0, 1, 2, 3. K equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So therefore, F1 of 0 will be V11 of 0 plus W raised to 0. This will be n by 2 as it is a second stage. Then the other one will be V12 of 0. Okay. Similarly, F1 of 1 I have to calculate. F1 of 1 is again V11 of 1 plus W n by 2 here W raised to 1 V12 of 1. Similarly, F1 of 2 will be V11 of 0, but here it will be minus. So why minus? Because of the periodicity of all 2-point DFTs. Okay, so this is changing 2 into 0 and changing 3 into 1. So this I have explained while writing the equations for the second stage. So by referring to that, so it is now simply again W raised to 0 n by 2 V12 of 0 only, and when we are writing for F1 of 3, it will be V11 of 1 minus W raised to 1 Vn by 2 V12 of 1. Okay. So therefore, so for only 2 and 3, 2 and 3, so here the phase vector has to be changed. Okay. So this is because of the 2-point periodicity of all V values. Okay. So now this is for the F1 stage, F1. Similarly, we will repeat the same equations for the F2 also. So while writing for F2, okay, so the suffix is 2, that you should remember always. So F2 of 0 will be equal to V21. So it will be V21 plus V22 or V21 minus V22 only. Okay. So plus, as it is also a 4-point DFT only, so there are no changes with respect to the total factor n by 2 V2. Now it is 2 V21 and V22. Okay. Similarly, F2 of 1 will be V. This is V2 of 0 here. Okay. Now this is 1. 1 plus W raised to 1 suffix n by 2 V2 2 of 1. Then F2 of 0 1 2. 2 will be, so now V2 1 of 0 again, but here minus W raised to 0 n by 2 V2 2 of 0, and the last one F2 of 3 will be equal to V21 of 1 minus W raised to 1 n by 2 V22 of 1. Okay. So therefore now these are the 4 plus 4 equations in the generated in the second stage. So you can observe here for F1 it is V11 V12. For F2, the equations are V21 and V22. Okay. So therefore, now we will draw the signal flow graph for all these equations. So to draw the signal flow graphs now, the inputs to the second stage signal flow graph, they are the outputs of the first stage. Okay, the outputs from the first stage are all V11 and V12, V21 and V22 values. Okay? And the output of the second stage will be all F1 and F2 values. Okay, so you can recall that while writing the first stage. Okay, so what were our inputs while writing the first stage? Our inputs were x of 0, 4, x of 2, 6, x of 1, x of 5, x of 3 and x of 7. So these are the time domain samples, they were the inputs. Okay, and you can see that the outputs are all v11 of 0, v11 of 1. Okay, then v12 of 0, v12 of till v22 of 1. Okay, so now the set of these 8 values. Okay, so now this is going to act as input for the second stage, and second stage is going to generate all f series as the outputs. Okay. So therefore now we will write the signal flow graph. So for that we will have to first list all the v values. So it will start with v11 of 0, next v11 of 1, v12 of 0, v12 of 1. Okay, so next what I have is v21 of 0, v21 of 0, next will be v21 of 1, then v22 of 0, v22 of 1. Okay, so these are the 8 values. So now as it is a signal flow graph, now you show the signal flow. Now I am drawing, so take the individual lines. So you will have to leave the space for writing the 12 factors. Okay, and as well as the branch gains, either +1 or -1, and they should be clearly visible also. So I'm taking the first half here, or the first part, to write the 12 factors. So here I'll show the connectivity between the different V values. So now you just refer to the previous first stage. So the 12 factors were either 1 or w raised to 0. 1 w raised to 0 alternatively. So now it will be 2 times 1 and then w raised to 0 n by 2. The next will be w raised to 1 n by 2. So this is from the equation only. Okay, so in the equations what we have, okay, the same thing will be transferred onto the graph. Now in the first stage 1 w raised to 0, but here 1 1 w raised to 0 w raised to 1. Okay, that is what is the symmetry that will be followed, and this is for the first half. Similarly we will complete all the values. So here also same 1 1 w raised to 0 n by 2 w raised to 1 n by 2. Okay, this is because you just observe f1 and f2 equations. We have only either 12 factor raised to 0 or 1, that's all. There are no other values. Then next we have to show this +1 and -1 in the equations. Okay, so here you can see that 2 values are added and 2 values are subtracted. Okay, so it means that the products are multiplied by -1. So all the minus signs, they are represented on the graph itself. So for that, what you have to follow here, see this. For the first, you write like this: 1 1 1 1, and then minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Similarly, 1 1 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, because if you write f1, the same you can repeat for f2 also. There will be no change with respect to either what phase values or with the signs. Everything will remain same. Only thing is the signals that we are connecting are all v11s in the first half and all v2s in the second half. That's all. Okay. So therefore now we will write here all the values. So first one, we are going to write the f1 of 0. f1 of 0. What is this f1 of 0 according to equation? So f1 of 0 is nothing but v11 of 0. That is, in the signal flow graph, I already have v11 of 0. This should be added with what? Product of w raised to 0 and v12 of 0. Okay. So therefore, this where do I have this v12 of 0? So v12 of 0 is here. This is a third value in the list on the LHS. Okay, it is a third value. Now you can see here readily this v12 will get multiplied with w raised to 0. Okay, now this particular product, okay, so will come at this node. This node you have to directly join with the first signal. Okay, like this, with 1 as a branch, 1 as a branch. Okay, so now you can just observe. See, I have just connected only one signal, that is f1 of 0. Compare that with the first you just look at the equation. It is a sum of v11 of 0 and the product between v12 of 0 and w raised to 0. Okay, v11 of 0 is already here, first signal. Second one, we have v12 of 0 in the third place, where this v1 of 2, v11 of 0 is going to flow in the branch which is multiplied by w raised to 0. Okay, and at this node, whatever the product that appears, okay, so that will be added with v11 of 0. So therefore, this node here, I get f1 of 0. f1 of 0. Okay, so you need not add any signs and all. Just you will have to connect the branches. Every sign change, everything will be already present in the signal flow graph. Only they have to be connected. That's all. Similarly, f1 of 1. Next value is f1 of 1. What is f1 of 1? It is again the sum between v11 of 1 and w raised to 1 and v12 of 1. So therefore, search for these two. v11 of 1 is here and v12 of 1 is the fourth signal. v12 of 1 is the fourth signal, and you can see that v12 of 1, when it passes through this branch, it will get multiplied by w raised to 1 n by 2. And even in the equation also the same thing we have. v12 of 1 is multiplied by w raised to 1, and this is already present in the signal flow graph. Okay, so therefore now this product will appear at the fourth node, this node. So therefore, from this you will have to connect and write this arrow. So therefore, f1 of 1, it is the sum between v11 of 1 and v12 of 1 multiplied by w raised to 1. So two signals are open. Okay, now these two are additions, it is okay. So now what is the significance of writing -1 here? Okay, now this -1, okay, so they are representing the sign changes in the third and fourth equations. Whatever minus w raised to 0 and minus w raised to 1 we have in third and fourth equations, in order to represent them on the signal flow graph, we have already written -1 on these horizontal branches. Okay, so now we need to simply connect uh, the relevant signals, that is. Okay, so therefore let us next write f, which is that signal 1 of 2, f1 of 2, f1 of, what is f1 of 2? It is v11 of 0 minus, okay, w raised to 0 into v12 of 0. So where is the signal v11 of 0? v11 of 0 is nothing but again the first one, again the first one. So the first signal, this will be multiplied by plus 1 only. It appears here at this node. What is the second signal that we have to add is minus w raised to 0 v12 of 0. Okay, now this is nothing but what? Minus 1 into w raised to 0 into v12 of 0. Okay, this minus 1 is already here. Minus 1 is already here. So I will have to just connect the line from the first signal, that's all. Okay, so here you can see this v12 of 0 into w raised to 0 n by 2 into minus 1. So therefore whatever this product is there, this particular product, it is already available at this node, okay. Therefore I have to simply connect the first one node with the f12 here, that's it. Okay, so the first line connected with the third line. Now similarly we will write the last, that is f1 of 3. The f1 of 3, it is also same, it is v11 of 1 but minus 1 into minus 1 into w raised to 1 into v12. Okay, so here already we have that one, v12 v12 of 1 into w raised to 1 into minus 1 is already there. Okay, simply you have to connect with the second one, that is v11 of 1, v11 of, that's it. Okay, so this is how the first part is completed, that is all f1 values. This is a signal flow graph for all the f1 values. Similarly we will write for the second 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 also. So without any doubt you can directly join, okay, because the second one is exactly symmetrical to the first half. Whatever we are doing with the f1, the same thing will be repeated for f2. Only thing is on the LHS you observe this, we have v21 v21 v22 v22, only the signals will differ. So further all Tudel factor pattern and here 1 1 minus 1 minus 1, they are all same. Okay. So therefore here I am going to list. So as I have f1 of 0 1 2 3, similarly here I will be having f2 of 0, f2 of 1, f2 of 2 and f2 of 3, that's all. Okay. So therefore I'll connect third line with the first, fourth one with the second, fourth one with the second, and you can check with the equation also. So what this second equation, the second half says, first one you just observe, f2 of 0 is sum between v21 of 0 and w raised to 0 v22 of 0. So therefore I have here v21 of 0 directly connecting horizontal line, and third line, come to third line. In the third line what I have, v22 of 0 multiplied by w raised to 0 n by 2, and then directly its branch gain is 1 only. So here everywhere I have to write the branch gain, their values are 1, their values are plus 1 only. So here also plus 1. So f2 of 0 is available. Similarly f2 of 1 also. So coming to this third equation where we have this minus, okay, where we have this minus. So what it says, f2 of 2 is v21 of 0 minus 1 into w raised to 0 into v22 of 0. So therefore minus 1 is already mentioned on the graph. You need not again take any negative sign on the Tudel factor. Okay, so because v22 of 0, when it passes through this branch, it will get multiplied by w raised to 0. Further, when it travels through this branch, it will get multiplied with a minus 1 ohms. So directly I will have to join the first line with the third. You can write the branch gain as 1 here. Similarly, the second one you connect with, write the branch gain as 1. Okay, so for the diagonal lines, the branch gain will be always plus 1 only, default. Okay, so only on the horizontal lines we have uh, minus 1 alternately. Okay, so this is what is the signal flow graph for the second stage. So once we complete F1, F2, so now these all F values, they act as what now? They act as inputs for third stage. Inputs for the third stage. Okay, so now in the third stage, so again we have the third stage set of equations. Okay, so the third stage output will be our final DFT values. That is, there we are generating x of 0, x of 1 up to x of 7. Okay, and every x of k equation will be composed of f1 and f2. Either f1 plus f2 or f1 minus f2, and whereas the second half or the second part of the equation will be multiplied by the Tudel factor. So therefore, let us now just look at the third stage of equations. Third stage. Okay. So in the third stage, so you just observe the third stage. The third stage equation is x of k equal to, okay, so that you should go through the previous equations. Okay. So for the third stage, what I have, the equations are x of k equal to, it will be f1 of k plus w raised to k, here suffix will be n, then f2 of k, and k will be for 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 7. So because here we are doing what? Radix 2 algorithm for n is equal to 8. Okay, so that's why the k will be ranging from 0 to 7. So totally we are computing 8 numbers of the DFT samples, and this will be our basic equation. Okay, so therefore now we will go on substituting what is this x of 0 first. Okay, so this x of 0 is nothing but f1 of 0 plus w raised to 0 f2 of 0, w raised to 0 f2 of 0. So if you are not able to clearly observe it, I'm going to write. So first I am writing the x of 0 value. So x of 0, that is equal to f1 of 0 plus w raised to 0, suffix will be n here. Suffix will be n into f2 of 0. Similarly, I will write x of 1, f1 of 1 plus w raised to 1, suffix will be n, f2 of 1. X of 2, same, f1 of 2 plus w raised to 2, suffix n, f2 of 2. X of 3, okay. So now when I come to x of 4, okay. Now already while writing the equations for the third stage, we have seen that there is no f1 of 4 because all f values are either f1 or f2. They are periodic with a period 4. So therefore once you cross 3, okay, then you will have to go back to again 0, 1, 2, 3 only. That's why there will be sign change with respect to the Tudel factor. Okay, so therefore by referring to the third stage equations, now x of 4 I should write as again f1 of 0 only, f1 of 0, but here minus w raised to 0 n f2 of 0. Now please refer to the third stage equations to understand this. Then similarly, x of 5 is f1 of 1, f1 of 1 minus w raised to 1 n f2 of 1. X of 6 will be f1 of 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay? So minus here also 0, 1, 2 suffix n f2 of 2, and last one x of 7 is f1 of 3 minus w raised to 3 suffix n f2 of 3. So therefore now one thing you observe here, first of all x values, they are composed of f1 and f2, f1 and f2. So first four values, they are the additions between f1 f2 with all the signs plus for the dual factors. And the next four values starting from x of 4 to x of 7, x of 4 to x of 7. Okay. So again we have 0 to 3 only, but the signs are negative. Signs are negative. So therefore here 4 plus are there, then 4 minus are there. So in the previous stage there were 2 plus 2 minus, 2 plus 2 minus. In the first stage, plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus. Okay, so this is how, as the number of stage increases, okay, so the equations are going to proceed. Now we will draw the signal flow graph for the third stage. Okay. So third stage inputs, as I already told you, they are our f1 values. Okay. So here I am going to list f1 of 0, that is the inputs, f1 of 1, f1 of 2, 3, 4, f1 of 0, 1, 2, 3, then again f1 of f2 of 0, f2 of 1, f2 of 2, f2 of 3. What are the inputs here? f1 of 0, 1, 2, 3. First four values are f1. Next four values are of f2. f2 of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So then I have to represent the dual factors as well as their branch signs, everything. So therefore draw the 8 lines. Then again on the first part, so leave some space to write the dual factor values. Okay. So therefore here I have 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 ones. Then remaining 4 values are for the dual factor w raised to 0, w raised to 1n, w raised to 2 with a suffix n. The last one will be w raised to 3 suffix n. See. Okay. Now in the previous second stage, we had 1, 1, w raised to 0, w raised to 1, 1, 1, w raised to 0 and 1. Now here 4 ones, 4 dual factors. And also coming to this sign part. So here I have to write 1, 1, 1, 1. First 4 are plus ones. Then remaining 4 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus ones. Okay, so in the second stage, alternately we had 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1. Okay, that is 2 plus 1s and 2 minus 1s. So here 4 plus 1s and 4 minus 1s. Okay. Now once this marking is over, so now you can join the corresponding signals. So now first we are going to generate here what? X of 0. What is this x of 0? According to equation, x of 0 is f1 of 0 plus w raised to 0 f2 of 0. Okay. So on the signal flow graph, f1 of 0 is here. It should be added it should be added with f2 of 0. So here I have f2 of 0. Okay. See now, it is not only f2 of 0. f2 of 0 will be multiplied by w raised to 0. So therefore, here on the signal flow graph, okay, f2 of 0, it will be, when it passes through this branch, it will get multiplied by w raised to 0. So already it is marked on the graph. Okay, as per the equation, we have every detail on the signal flow graph. Okay, so we need to simply connect the lines, that's all. Okay. Already this product is available at this node. Okay, so therefore now I will have to join what is the number of the node? 1 2 3 4, fifth one with the first one, and its branch value is 1 of course. Okay, similarly the next value that we are going to generate is x of 1. So what is x of 1 according to the equation? X of 1 is f1 of 1 plus w raised to 1 into f2 of 1. So therefore f1 of 1 is the second line, already it is there. Now concentrate on w raised to 1, f2 of 1. So when you writing f2 of 1, okay, so already on the next branch we have w raised to 1 is already present. Okay, so therefore at this node we have the product of these two, that is f2 of 1 into w raised to 1. Therefore this node simply you will have to connect with the second line. Okay. Similarly, following the same procedure, connect or just join the seventh line with the third, eighth with the fourth, and their branch values are 1. You can see that 4 lines. See, from F2 section, 4 lines are being connected to F1 section, because the equation says that only. Okay. Similarly, now coming to the next 4 values. So here what I have to write? X of 0, 1, x of 2, x of 3, serially. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So next I have to connect for x of 4. What is x of 4? X of 4 is f1 of 0, but minus w raised to 0, f2 of 0. Okay. So f1 of 0 is already here, and whatever minus w raised to 0, f2 of 0 product is there, it is already here. f2 of 0 into w raised to 0 minus 1. Okay, so therefore at this node I have the complete product. The only thing is I have to connect to the f1. So here f1 of 0 is here. Simply join. That is connect first line with the fifth one. First with the fifth one. This is on the reverse. Similarly, here what I am generating next is x of 5. What is x of 5? Go to the equation. X of 5 is the sum between f1 of 1 and w is minus 1 into w is 1. Therefore, on the signal flow graph already we have filled all the information into the symmetrical. We have to connect the second line with the second message. Similarly, third, last we connect just like x of 6 and x of 7. Therefore, now 4 lines from the top 4 rows are being connected with the 4 points in the F2. Not here, 4 minus 1 minus 1 are already there in the signal flow graph. We did not invert any of the signals. So already minus as well as Studel factor, everything is written on the signal flow graph. Simply you need to connect the lines. That's it. Okay. So now this is the last stage. Now the third stage. Now you observe for the third stage. Okay. The inputs are all f values 4 F1 values and 4 F2 values, and here the outputs are nothing but the 8 DFT values starting from x of 0, 1, 2, 3. Serially, they have been computed. X of 6, x of 7. Okay. Now this is the third stage. So now so far what we have done is stage wise we have written the equations, and stage wise we have written the corresponding signal flow graph also. So therefore, how does the complete signal flow graph for a radix 2 DIT algorithm looks? Therefore, now let us draw the complete signal flow graph for the radix 2 DIT FFT algorithm. Yeah. Complete signal flow graph in the sense combining all the three stages, So therefore, the first stage, what we have, the inputs as x of 0, that is our input sequence, x of 0 to x of 7. Okay. See, I am drawing the complete signal flow graph. Complete signal flow graph for radix 2 DIT. Radix 2 DIT FFT is the complete signal flow graph. Okay. So to write the complete signal flow graph, so now first on the LHS, on the leftmost side, okay, so I will list the input signals. The input signals are small x of 0, that is time domain samples. So what are the pairs? Pairs are x of 0, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 7. Okay. X of 0, x of 4, x of 2, x of 6, x of 1, then x of 5, 1, 5, then last one is x of 3 and 7. X of 3, x of 7. Okay, so we have to list all the 8 values. Then, so now I have to connect the different time domain samples. So therefore, I need so what I do, because as it is the 3 stages, so as 3 stages we have to draw on the same signal flow graph. I will draw at once. Then this is for x of 4, x of 2. So for the corresponding inputs. So from every input sample, draw the signal lines. Okay. So now I will mark. So for the first stage. Okay. Now first in the first stage I will mark the total factors 1 w raised to 0. Suffix will be 2. I am directly writing 2 only because it is n by 4 actually. So here one thing you remember, n is equal to 8. So n is equal to 8. So therefore wherever we have this w raised to n by 4, it can be directly written as w2, and wherever we have n by 2, you can write it as w raised to w with the suffix 4. Okay, so now on the signal flow graph I am just writing the numbers only. Similarly 1 1 w raised to 0 to 1 0 to, of course w raised to 0 to value is also 1 only. Okay, but uh, to show that how the total factors are going to replicate themselves in all the three stages, I am writing in terms of, but while solving the problem you can simply write them as 1 only. W raised to 0 to 2. Okay, so here you have to on the left side write all the total factors. Now in the first stage we have observed what, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, then 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 alternatively. So next you join the branches. Okay, so this is nothing but it is going to generate what, the 2-point DFTs. One is here, the other one is a next, that is addition and subtraction, x of 0 plus x of 4. At this node I am going to get x of 0 minus x of 4. Okay, so this we have taken in detail while drawing the first stage signal flow graph. So therefore here you need not write again x of 0 plus x of 4, x of 0 minus x of 4. Okay, so simply you will go on connecting the branches. Then so everywhere here show the branch gains as 1 1. Now this is for the first stage. Okay, so next the outputs from the first stage are going to enter into the second stage. So here you can show some dark nodes to represent the signal points. Now from this to this, okay, now I am taking this particular space to write the total factors for the second stage. In the second stage total factors are 1 1, then w raised to 0 4, w raised to 1 4. Similarly 1 1, w raised to 0 4, w raised to 1 4 1 4. Once you write the total factors, now it is the points to connect the lines. Okay, now here you will have to show plus 1 minus 1s. Therefore the second stage what we have is 1 1 1 1, then minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Similarly here 1 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. See whatever in the okay, so we have drawn individually the second stage signal flow graph. The same the graph is taken, but it is attached with the first stage outputs also. So now we will connect. What is the connecting pattern is, third line will be connected with the first one. So everywhere once you connect, write 1 there itself. Similarly fourth one will be connected with the first. Once you connect, write the arrow mark and write 1 there itself. Similarly on the other side, first one will be connected with the third, and see that there is no overlapping. Okay, so all plus 1 minus 1 total factors, everything are clearly visible. So this is the first half, that is f1 values. So for f1 values, similarly the same thing we will do for the f2 block also, and 1 1 minus 1 minus 1 is already there. I have to simply connect it, connect them here also. 1 1 diagonal lines, they are all ones only, no need to worry. Minus 1 minus 1 where they are appearing, so carefully you have to write them. Now this is the what, second stage is completed. See now third stage. Third stage also you need space here. Okay, once you complete the second stage, okay, the next portion you have to assign the Twiddle factors for the third stage. Third stage. So therefore extend them so that neatly you can join all the branches. Okay, so once this is ready, so now we will write. Now you just observe starting from the beginning, from the first stage. Here what I have, 1 w raised to 0, 1 w raised to 0, 1 w raised to 0. So in the second stage it was 1 1 w raised to 0, w raised to 1. 1 1 w raised to 0, 1. Now here obviously it will be 4 ones. 1 1 1 1. 4 ones, and here 4 Twiddle factor values starting from w raised to 0. Now the suffix will be 8 because it is already the third stage. Okay, so 1 8, 2 8, 3 8, 3 8. So once you mention all the Twiddle factors, so now we will directly join them. But before that, here we have to mention the signs. Now the first 4 are plus, so directly write 1 1 1 1. Okay, but the second fours, they are minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, 4 minus 1. Okay, now in the second stage